In this video I'll show you how you can repair a standing fan with plastic welding at home, really easy. You just need a soldering iron, a bit of filling material, but you don't really need it, and the broken piece that's missing. Here I have a standing fan, and this is a common problem on these fans. The screw that holds this protection for the fan broke. Really, it's a piece of plastic, not very solid. I tried to use super glue here. It was a bad idea. You shouldn't use super glue or super glue with baking soda unless it's something really urgent and you need it and you don't have a soldering iron. But if you have a soldering iron, use plastic welding. It's much more solid. You'll get a better result out of it. The most important with gluing, plastic welding, or any way of putting the pieces back together, you need the broken piece. You have to keep the part that was broken.
Bad idea to use this cups.
I repaired this before, but I used a different type of plastic. It was really a polypropylene plastic from a regular water bottle cap, and the actual plastic material of the fan here is ABS, so I should have used ABS as a filler material. In general, if the broken piece, you can do a bit of filler material, fill the edges where it's broken. It will make it stronger, but it has to be the same type of plastic, either polypropylene or high density polyethylene or PET or ABS. Most of the times it's ABS that on these consumer electric components, because it's more durable usually. I prepared the area where I will do the soldering, and it's important to rotate the part, make sure that you find the way how it fits perfectly, exactly how it was. There will be only one way that fits like this. This is the filler material.
I use ABS because the part is ABS.
Yeah, the part is ABS, so I use, this is actual 3D printing filament ABS. I will put links in the description for everything that you need. Soldering iron, filling material, and anything that you might want. You will find it in the description below. With one hand holding the soldering iron that's plugged in and it started heating up, I arrange the part in place with the other hand.
Iron out of the way.
Yeah, make sure the soldering iron stays out of your way. It's very easy to touch with the soldering iron some parts, even your hands. Be careful, don't touch the soldering part, the hot part of the soldering iron with your fingers. Don't do that, you will burn your skin and it's really unpleasant. And if you touch any part of plastic, it will melt it. It's not gonna break it probably, but yeah, you don't want to do that.
Okay.
I got it here. It's important not to put the soldering iron on the threads, especially on the outside threads, because then the part wouldn't screw in.
Okay.
I didn't get it right first time, and you shouldn't really worry about not getting it right. Very quickly, take your time, and once you have it in position, do this. Just a little bit, put the tip of the soldering iron on the edge between those broken pieces, so it catches both of them. This will melt a little bit from both sides, and it will create a temporary bond there. It's actually going to hold the part, but it's not the reason is not to hold it very well, just temporary while we do the rest. It's a bit like in welding for metal. You want to hold the part in place, so this is the starter basically. A tack weld. Just a little bit, only the tip of the soldering iron. No need to go too far with it, and it bonds both pieces.
To breathe this well ventilated area.
Yeah, this is not good to breathe. It's these fumes, don't breathe them. Do it outside on the balcony or on the veranda. Use a fan if it's not windy. On this day it was windy, so it was great. And try not to let the soldering iron get too hot. You want to have the soldering iron always melting some plastic, some new plastic, so it doesn't get overheated, and then it starts to make the smoke and smells bad. Especially ABS, it's not good to breathe, this plastic in general. There is there is the argument that super glue and baking soda is better because you don't have to breathe the plastic fumes. But super glue, I really don't like the smell of super glue. I don't know how bad it is, but I really don't like the smell of super glue. And the worst thing is when you have super glue, like here, and you have to do plastic welding after it. It will really smell bad like super glue and plastic. So the super glue makes it difficult to fix it later, even with plastic welding. So do plastic welding if you can. Use metal reinforcement pieces or a metal reinforcement mesh. I'll put links in the description with all these things that you might use, but you really don't need all those things. A soldering iron, the simple low power, you don't need a powerful one, a low power soldering iron, and do this movement where you press into the part in between the broken pieces with the filler material and melt them all together, and then fold them over left and right, so it's a bit like a blanket. It goes inside like a if there is not enough heat, the filler material will not bond very well with the part of the thing you're repairing. So just continue, insist, do the press in and then fold it over again and again. If you don't have filler material like this 3D printing filament, you don't really need this. Any piece of plastic of the same material type that you have to repair will be fine. You can melt that. ABS is in anything. A lot of parts are made from ABS. So just check the codes on both parts and then you melt something to use the material from that onto the thing you're trying to fix. I mean, this is a very well working fan. Only problem with it is this small piece of plastic that's broken, and it's a shame to throw the fan away only because of that. I don't think I would be able to find a replacement housing for this fan, so the plastic welding really does it for me. It can make me enjoy it. Actually, the best part is that as soon as you're finished with welding, it's ready to use. I let it sit for maybe 1 hour to clear the smell of burnt plastic. I don't know. Maybe it was just in my mind, but you can use it right away. As soon as the plastic cools down, it's finished. The welding is done. If you do it and you feel like it's not good enough, or maybe it doesn't have enough material, you can add more, you can melt it again. Just don't overheat the plastic. This is the really most important thing. Keep the soldering iron always on some piece of plastic. You can also use a piece of metal like an aluminum profile, like how you see in the video. You can use the aluminum profile or any flat piece of metal to flatten the area to make it look better, if that's what you want. Here in this case, actually I could have put more filling material, but I was afraid that maybe the threads will be blocked too much. You see, I blocked them a little bit at the base there, but I didn't realize I had a lot of space, so I could have put more material there. I hope it doesn't break again because of this, but if it does break again, I can fix it again the same way, and I'll put more filler material even inside here before I put some of that plastic bottle caps. And now I mix them with more ABS. I'm not sure if this is a good idea. Maybe I should have removed the polypropylene completely. Yeah, now it's how it is now, so the damage is done. Write in the comments below if you think it's okay to use it like this, or I should have cleaned the polypropylene. Yeah, it doesn't look perfect, but it's inside the fan. I will not see it. Any damages to the threads can be cleaned off with just a flat piece of metal.
Really solid.
Thin metal. It's really solid.
Hope it doesn't break now.
It didn't break then, but who knows when.
I put the polypropylene cups from the PET water bottles inside. Wasn't a great idea. Should use the same ABS. With ABS, no PET or polypropylene or anything. Should use the same plastic. But okay, outside here it's ABS and ABS filling mix, and inside also a little bit of ABS added. Okay.
It was really done, but if you do it, put more filling if you can. It really depends on the fan you're fixing or any other part. You can fix a lot of things around the home with plastic welding. And now I will assemble the fan and I will try it and see if it actually starts. So let's see that. The standing fan is really useful in the summer when you want some fresh air, but you don't want to start the aircon and have really cold air blowing, and it's more convenient. The fan also, it's a little bit cheaper to run than the aircon. Actually, it's much cheaper. I hope this video helps you fix your standing fan or any part that's made of plastic and you use the plastic welding technique to fix it. Let me know in the comment section below what you fixed and how you feel it, how you like it, if you enjoyed fixing it or it saved you money or it's something that you couldn't replace. Let me know how it went and what was the most difficult part, and if you used filling material or not, and if you did use filling material, if you used filament from 3D printing. Usually this is a common one, or you used any part that you had around the home. Thanks for watching, and let me know in the comment section below how you liked this video.